Absolutely delighted, as you could well imagine. The party atmosphere of last week, unfortunately we couldn't make it a fairy tale, as I said, and tonight's game had a little bit more pressure attached to it, I felt. You get those first two home games under your belt. You want to make sure that you're moving in the right direction. I think we saw tonight some reinforcements of some of the quality from last week, especially in the early stages. A lot of pressure. Some of the stats have stood up very, very well for us today. The fact that, Salt Lake didn't have a shot in the first period was, testimony to the way that the guys went about their business. And all in all, against a very well-drilled side and a difficult team to play against, the first goal was always going to be very, very important. It felt like it was going to go our way, but you've still got to make sure that happens. The guys I think will feel a tremendous amount of confidence and belief after the sort of performance and result that we've seen today. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it would, I'd be inhuman if I didn't feel as though, maybe the opportunity had come and gone. There was a lot of pressure last week. We had some fantastic chances in the first period last week, and they dried up in the second half. I certainly felt as though there was more to be had out of this game. And I think in some ways the experiences of being in the facility, on the field, harnessing the crowd, I think the guys certainly played with a lot more energy and vigour in that second period, when maybe emotionally last week they were a little bit drained. But to get the first goal was, I think, a release for all the players. I'm sure there was a lot of anxiety that they wanted to take the lead and had built a lot of pressure. I thought the way they went about their business in the first half, especially, not just with some of the quality in possession, but some of the repressing. We maintained a very strong presence in their half of the field, whether that was with the ball or regaining the ball quickly in their half. And that, I think in the end, told on them in terms of, the physical aspect. And, the more times you put the ball into difficult areas that defenders have got to be on their toes, the more chance you got of obviously making that count. But I did honestly think, even from the set piece, Walker looked like he had the very best opportunity to make it count. Wasn't to be, and I thought it was going to be one of those, have we not squeezed it over the line? But Dave was on the money. Yeah, it was a little bit of Wood's challenge. By the way, wasn't the first one. Was a little bit naughty. Randall took a whack on the ankle. The medical staff looked at taping it up and giving him the best opportunity to go back into the second period. In the end, it was a case of him feeling a tad too uncomfortable to go back out there. It felt better, given his mental position, to make a change. We'll know more in the next 24, 48 hours as to what sort of damage has been done. At the moment, I've got to say, it doesn't seem anything too serious, but we'll find out a little bit more.